Hello, how do? So, uh, just finished making fried chicken for my first ever time in my life. I figured I wanted to kind of capture what I thought of the fried chicken myself. Uh, Basically, live reaction, the first tasting of it all. And this, if I can get it properly in camera, this is the product. So, here, next to my thumb, this is a, let's see if I can do this in a way that makes sense. There we go. Okay, so this piece in focus, I can just stop shaking, is the first batch, from the first batch I did, which is single coat. Okay. Look at how good this turned out, actually. And we don't have a deep fat fryer. This is literally just in an everyday pan on a typical range, typical stovetop burners, It looks really fucking good. And then this is from the second batch. You can tell, how this one is not really, you know, it's not too undercooked. It's slightly overcooked, but for the most part, it's good. This one's possibly slightly overcooked. It's a little dry looking in the breading. It's also a little bit, you can tell it's a little bit more liberally cooked, I guess you could say. It's a lot more heavily cooked because the pan got hotter with the more stuff that burnt on from the breading. So this is a double layer coat right here. And so what I'm going to do, of course, as I said, is I'm going to sample the wares. We're going to start with the first one, and I'm going to see how it tastes. You can tell that it's slightly burnt on this side. Freaking lighting, It's a fucking bitch like me. Anyway, see that? Slightly charbuckled on the, dear God, on the base, but it should be pretty ace. Oh, so give it a go. It's not bad. But actually, remember, always talk with your mouth full, kids. It's actually pretty good. Come on, get in focus. Get myself out of it then. See if that helps. Yep. Look at that. White chicken. I like how you can tell how it's like perfectly cooked right there on the top, and on the bottom it's just like it's fucking charred a little bit. It's actually mildly charred. It's not that bad, but looks pretty fucking good, doesn't it? Look at that chimkin. I can actually taste a little bit of the sweetness because I put a little bit, just a little bit of sugar. Remember the seasonings with the chicken as I let it sit all day because it was, not all day, but most of the day. As I figured I might as well because I was going to go shopping and all this other shit. So, why not? And you can actually taste the sugar in it, just a little bit of it. It's pretty freaking good. I'm not going to lie. It's actually pretty good. Here's the double coat. Now, I'm not sure if, because the same seasonings in this, in the breading. It's just that the lighting is just not quite right. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. The lighting's still imbalanced, of course. But, get in focus properly, kid. Come on. Go on. Can I have a... No, it wants to focus my face too much. Ugh. Yeah, see, there you go. Fucking sick. So yeah, it's double coated. I don't know if it's gonna end up having, any extra flavor because it's double coated. It might. I don't know. But on the bottom, it's not charbuckled. Works. Charbuckled. It's actually just, it's a little overdone, but for the most part, it's pretty evenly cooked. Oh my god. Oh yeah, this is far superior. Holy hell. I am struck wild with how wild of a difference that is. Just a double coat. Like, You can even tell, like, the thickness of the breading between the two, right? You just see the steam rolling off of this. Oh, that's good. That's a good shot. But yeah, steam rolling off the top one. Look at that steam. Look at that fucking steam, dude. Fuck yeah. Dude, this is far superior to this. And like I said, if you look at it side by side, I mean, like, you know, the bread's really not that much thicker on the double coat. But it's enough, apparently, that this fucking kicks. Or slaps, I guess as the cool kids say these days. This is still pretty good. But this is well worth your time. This is fucking awesome. I have such a tooth gap. I try to bite with my front teeth and I always fail. Because once I start, I just go keep going. It doesn't quite work. Yeah, that's pretty freaking good. Yeah. That, you know, by any means one of the best things I've eaten. Or even one of the best things I've cooked. But the mix of flavors and the balance is like incredible. Get in focus. It doesn't want to focus. Now it just wants to make me perpetually blurry. Sick. Let's get out. Frame. Look at that. See if it'll refocus. Yeah, a little bit better. A little bit better. For the most part, though. But yeah, no, it's freaking elite. Like, in terms of comparison, direct comparison, it's freaking awesome. I can't tilt this any higher. Heck, anyway, yeah. So, it's pretty freaking tasty is my point. It's really good. This is not bad, but again... I want to keep playing with my teeth when I do it gap. Yeah, that's still really, really good. In fact, that centerpiece has so much more flavor than the rest of it, even though it's a thinner layer of breading. Don't ask me why. That is still really good. But this middle, this, oh my god, double layer for the win. But I'm really happy with the result of this. I am so happy with the result of this. This is really good. You know, just breading left. So again, it's by no means the best thing I've ever made. It's by no means up at the top. No means anywhere near the bottom either. It's upper middle pack, I'd say. But the flavor combos. That's what freaking pops. It smacks you up in the face, and you're like, damn, that's good. That's what makes you go like, damn, that's really good. This slaps, because it's just the flavor combos are incredible, and they're not too intense, and they're not too weak. They're just the perfect balance. It's awesome. Oh, nom. Yeah. Anyway, for anybody who might be curious about what I did to make this, so like I said, I think around 11 o'clock or something like that. I was, actually no, probably like 10:30 to 11, somewhere within that range. Knew I was gonna go out to go shopping, and I was gonna stream after that and everything. And so I figured this evening I would make this. Of course I have. So I figured, why not just save the 40% of the chicken that I had left for this specific experiment, you know, in a Ziploc bag with a bunch of seasonings to sit in the refrigerator, kind of like a marination station event. So I did that. You know, a few hours of marination. I obviously finished cooking this, like, you know, not too long ago. It's currently 8:28. So, and I got this in there probably about like 11. So, yeah, it's. And I started cooking this, I think, at like, well, I finished this at like 8, and I started cooking at probably 7:30. So, 7:30, 7:40. So yeah, this is, yeah, it's what is that? That's 9 hours, about roughly nine and 2/3 hours marinated in all the seasonings I had. And in those seasonings is garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, a little bit of cayenne, not too much, just enough that you can just taste it. I actually have a sensitivity to cayenne, so that's why I didn't put too much in it. But yeah, so I put a little bit of that in it, and then I put black pepper, of course, and is that it? No, and I put just a little touch of sugar in there too. I figured, what the hell, why not? And if it adds in a little bit of sweetness, that's actually really cool to bind these things together. So I did that, and that's how it sat in the marination. That was the marination, the seasonings to it, the raw chicken. Then, of course, I did the breading. So the breading was, of course, one Ziploc bag had the egg wash in it, which is egg yolks. And then the other Ziploc bag I had the flour base in it. But the flour base, I didn't want to just leave it as flour. I figured the breading should also have the same kind of flavor. Just maybe not as pungent, but just as much, or as potent, but just as much, just enough that you taste it in the bread as well as you do in the chicken. So I added the same seasonings, but in about half the amount in fact, probably actually more like a quarter of the amount, a third of a quarter of the amount, into the flour mix, which is in the second bag. And obviously, one coat, two coats, well, the obvious difference is you dip it in the egg wash once or twice, and that's the flour mix once or twice. And that's all I did, and that's all the seasonings that are in this. The rest is just literally the chicken itself. So, yeah. So if you want to make this at home, you can do it yourself. And again, you don't need a deep fryer. You don't need an experience with deep frying. Literally all you need is a basic knowledge of cooking with oil, because oil is very volatile, obviously. And it's a bitch if you get it too hot, and it easily catches fire. So you got to be careful with that. So you got to have the basic, experience and knowledge with that. But otherwise, yeah, you can make it on your everyday stove, like I did. Your typical range, with coil burners or whatever burners you have. I did it with the coil burners, and yeah, just oil in a typical pan. That's all you really need. And if you have enough oil and the right concept like this, take the right steps, you can make this too. So just figured I'd throw that out there in case anybody wanted to know how I made this and how you can make it at home yourself. But that's it. So hope to see you guys in whatever the next video may be. And yeah, I didn't even really expect to make this into an actual YouTube video, but here I am doing it because I figured, fuck it, why not? I've been making other things with YouTube videos, so why not this slightly, right? This is definitely good. Like, it's really good. Especially if you're on a budget. This is actually a really good idea. If you want to add a little variety to your meals rather than just cooking chicken straight, like most people do, including I would usually do. So, bony apple feet. Enjoy. See you. Whatever the next video. Life, maybe. That is really good. This double coat is fucking awesome. It gives so many different flavor vibes. It takes you on a mini-cation. It's pretty freaking good, man. It slaps. See you guys later. Peace out.